back to the final episode of Yondercraft. So, this episode I had already recorded, and then this really cool thing called audio corruption happened, and now I have about an hour of footage that I can't use. So, we're having fun. Instead of trying to make a montage out of what was already montage footage, and like progress update footage, we're going to go through what I was working on. So, longtime viewers may recognize the tunnel to the mesa that I made, because the tunnel to the mesa that we had was awful, and I thought I could do better. I was right, of course, because anything was better than what we had. You'll remember that in the last episode I worked on this, we built up the terrain itself with our lovely engine here, and then we built up a singular container for it. I would like to stop picking up magma cream, thanks. So I've added another container, this one made of copper. It does look nicer without my glow resource pack on. Unfortunately, I'm visually impaired, and the glow resource pack is more important than nice visuals to me. I have completed this little area. It's got black glass, so it kind of fogs everything that goes into it. And it's supposed to be kind of just, dark tunnel that the train is coming out of. Imply that there's more carts behind there that I didn't make. This does actually still lead up to the outside of the nether. I guess it's an access point for that now, because I think there's very few access points for that now, because the nether hub is pretty well completed. If we go in here, and you'll see I've brought EditB with me, because, they can keep an eye on things. They were commenting on stuff. You're not supposed to be in here, sir. I'm sorry, but if you don't leave, I'm gonna have to... I'm really sorry about this, but yeah, we don't... You have to pay to come in. I've completed the kind of tavern area. Got all these lovely tables and stuff. We even have a latrine. Yes, it does stink, get it, B? That's the point. Over here, we got a bar. With some shelves and stuff, and then a little waiting area, because over here we have where you can check in for the rooms. This is what they look like. Got a sleeping bag on the floor here because I didn't have respawn anchors and I'm not stupid enough to put beds, and then we got a little desk area. Yes, they are cramped, but whatever. There's two down there, and then up here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got the roofs all done. They look nice. The walls are all decorated. The floors are plain so that your eye kind of glides over them. If I were to complicate them more, it would probably be just texturing to kind of lead you certain places. If I were to make them more complicated, this place would become visually too busy for me. Between the visual impairment and the autism. So that's why only the ceiling has a little bit of texture, and then the walls have a lot of texture, but not always a ton of depth. That's on purpose. It's an accessibility thing. If I go way too intense with it, I can't see. Yes, EditB, you are a much bigger eye than me right now. You would be able to see. But I have the body, so sucks to suck. Down here was pretty much completely done. I'm leaving the crafting bench as just... This was initially going to be like an emergency area. And I was gonna leave extra suits of armor and stuff down here from the villagers. That didn't happen, but that's fine, that happens. If we go up here, I completed this little tunnel and staircase. Very nice. We got the lanterns lighting it up. We got the acacia form and stuff, and it leads up to the nether hub. It's still lonely, which is why I've brought EditB with me. Yeah. So now we're just gonna kind of go through all of the projects that I did and didn't finish. I have to alphabetize my list real quick. Yes, edit B, I have to alphabetize the list. So once I've done that and I know where the first location is, we'll be ready to go. Our first stop on the list of unfinished projects is the Ender. If we go down here, we're not gonna go to it, but you can see it is ugly. It is not pretty. It's made with dirt. Whoops. Dirt and netherrack and whatever I had in my storage bins at the time. This is literally just made of leaves, and it needed another cover to, you know, stop the Enderman from teleporting. I never was able to do that. The plan for this was I redecorate it. I have someone else in the end, so I'm not spawning. And I fixed this platform, and I pretty up that tube, and I pretty up this area where they fall, etc., etc. I make this tunnel less harrowing. It didn't happen. And that's okay, because it's functional. It gave us a lot of XP. If we run over there, we can repair our pick almost instantly. Yes, I do need to repair my pick for if anyone takes the world download and wants to use my stuff, yeah. See, a lot of XP for that. Works really well, honestly. It's just ugly. So, on to the next stop. The second stop on our list is Gear Up. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ruby, Gear Up is a fully functional shop. What do you mean it's unfinished? Thanks, Ediby. Well, yes, Gear Up was a fully functional shop. We're gonna check and see if anyone purchased anything in the last few weeks of the server. But there are some notable problems that once we access the stock of the shop, I'll point out. Aside from the fact that I really should have put regular staircases. You know, you see, this is a lot of books. There's cheapers. People like books. There's a lot of books here. And you'll note that some of these books have a ton of enchants on them. The tools sold actually a lot. I think I should have done more of that. There's a lot of books, and a ton of them had a lot of enchants on them. And while I do feel that I priced them fairly, there are still issues with making books this way, with having this be stocked. And it has to do a little bit with the villager trading hall. Mostly, though, this is just a lot of books. It's a lot of books to hold, it's a lot of books to have in an inventory at one time, and it's especially a lot of books to have for each possible enchantment you can get in a Minecraft world. Like, look at, there's just so much. There is so much, and then I took it a step further and said I should put together fully enchanted books, and I should make sure I have mending on every single island. And so what that meant is I was trading for a ton of books with emeralds I didn't really have. And as EditB has pointed out, with time at the time I didn't really have. I didn't have a lot of free time to play Minecraft at the time that I was making the shop due to doctor's appointments, etc. Whoopsie. Oh, that one didn't get its bottom done. And basically, this shop never got fully stocked, and it never remained stocked. Like, yeah, I had to refill the stock a few times, but there was never all enchantments, and I should have done... Yeah, what I should have done was stock it with fewer books and not have done the massive enchantment books and just sold, like, complimentary tools. That's what I should have done. So unfortunately, Gear Up is on the list of things I didn't finish. Our third stop is the Guardian Farm, and it is the last of the unfinished projects that we will look at today. I'm not gonna go near it because it's very dangerous. I didn't finish it. I do somewhat regret that, but also it ate like 6 of my netherite tools. And only recently did I get all my netherite stuff back. And also, I didn't have a use for the prismarine. Yeah, I wasn't building anything with prismarine. I didn't have time to finish it. So, this is the Guardian Farm. So, Wilson has lit Edit BNI's way to the Bamboo Farm, which is next on the list, but also the Kelp Farm. So, that's there as well. Yeah, this is an issue that happens frequently. I have thought of a potential design that might negate this issue, but this is the last episode. I'm going to have no use for this. So maybe in the next world we'll do that. These are just the basic designs. I don't have anything crazy grown up super tall. You know, it's functional, it produces a lot. I tend to use these to smelt this when I need, you know, kelp and stuff. Did I put the smelter on the... No, I didn't. Hold on, we have to adjust the... There we go. So this is the bamboo and kelp farms. They do look nice. Thank you, Edit B. Yes, our next location is the bee farm, which is currently active and exceedingly productive. I built this too late to have any real redstone use for it, but I think it's nice regardless because I was able to use the wax in the copper train car. That one is waxed, so it will always be nice shiny copper. And I'm also quite pleased with the way this maze came out. It was awful to collect all of these beehives, but I do think it is quite nice. Our next set of farms are the crop farms, and it's hard to appreciate these without a height advantage. I went for a more brutalist industrial look with the brick and the stone, and then the whole design is exceedingly square with a lot of interconnected pieces. It is quite beautiful. Everything except for this, why would this be here, is completely functional. We got our sugar cane, wheat, beetroot, carrot, and we're supposed to have potato somewhere. Darn it. That's beetroot, that's beetroot. Potato. Let me fix my mistake here. There we are. If we come up here, we will see the melon and pumpkin farms. Most of them have been stopped because we needed less and less melon and pumpkin as the server went on, but they are still very much functional, and they allow for quite the emerald trade if you build them up. In here is the farmhouse where we store the rest of the crops. Yes, look at these lovely cats that Edit be named Euchre and Chemical Warfare. Sweethearts. So next on the list is the iron farm, which coincidentally is right next to the crop farm. So we can check this one off. It's an iron farm. I think it's an ENX04 design, but I don't remember. Pretty darn productive, but you know, we've been condensing a ton of the iron to blocks. I'd say this is a decent amount. Maybe a little more if edit B is to believed. Yeah, I think Glitch has been coming over here periodically. And condensing the iron. It's also right next to my base because I built my base close to spawn. Easier for me to kind of work on two projects that I see as one. Because when this started, we had the villager hall here, and I didn't want to travel for the villager hall, so I built my base right next to it. So here we have come to the nether tunnels. Doesn't look like much other than this one. And I guess my tunnel is pretty nethery too. But I actually did do a lot of work on this because if we come over to the main hub room, yeah, it wasn't lined up with the center. So I took this several hundred block tunnel and lined it up. Even with a netherite pickaxe, it took some time. And of course, just through our nether tunnel, we have the portal room. Yeah, I am quite proud of how it turned out. Looks very interesting. I might take this kind of design concept and use it in the future. But for now, I'm satisfied with how it turned out. Next on the wit list, if we ask Wilson nicely, he will go ahead and light our way to this project. And it's not particularly far anyways. We visit the smelter. One of the first builds I did on this server. The amount of times I had to rebuild this thing is more than you would expect. But it is functional. I think next time, before I make a super smelter, I'm going to figure out better ways to put items into the minecarts, because an issue that happened frequently with this one is I couldn't get 16 items in this hopper cart, and then I wouldn't be able to use, you know, the 16 furnaces, and so I'd end up with a ton of fuel over in these back ones and nothing in these front ones. I'm thinking that different launch stations where I can kinda have like 6 hoppers going into this thing would suit that better. But for now, for this world, this worked out just fine. The maze to my storage room is perhaps one of my favorites. The kind of hotel look, but in pink. Quite enjoy it. The storage rooms themselves are also fairly nice. I'm glad you like being able to see them. This one I ran out of biomes I wanted to do, so I just did 4 types of wood. Light and dark, and then red and blue. These are not birch leaves. These are mangrove leaves with glow lichen behind them, or shroom light behind them and glow lichen on top. A more modernized version of the old leaf in front of glowstone wall. And then these are birch leaves with shroom light behind and glow lichen on top. And then of course we have my ender porters that let me quick access the outside of my base for a minute. It is really far under the ground. So that would be the storage rooms checked off. So this is the to-do room of my to-do list. I didn't. You're right. But you don't have to be so rude about it. It's just, you know, really blue. My light pack makes the copper really pop. If I didn't have it, I would probably have, like, this be a wall. If copper walls exist, and if not, it would be prismarine, and that would have swapped these. And then I would just have light sources around it so that it is the, still the brightest in the room. Might have also put, tinted glass in front of it to retain this effect. It's small, but it's nice. It worked for what I needed it to. And I do actually enjoy the pattern and design and stuff, and I might, again, use this later. The next spot on our list is the Villager Hall. This is the other build that is in the shopping district area. It was moved from spawn after the amount of villagers in the area was causing lag all over the server because they were loaded constantly. I should have known that going in. This is the villager breeder. It is turned off. They're not fed. This is how I would collect them and then curate them for trades. I think I still have stuff in these chests. Over here, these guys died. I accidentally triggered a raid, and because I didn't protect them, they went goodbye. The signs used to have stuff on them, but they don't because they got copied. Over here, these were my emeralds. These were public emeralds. Up here we have my Fletchers, with the good arrows, and then good enchants and stuff. These are my farmers. They just have all the nice farmer trades. And then up here I did a lot of work with masons to get every single color of terracotta. That's right, in this room you can purchase every single color of... no, edit B. Oh. You can purchase every single color of terracotta glazed and not. It only took a couple hours to curate to this level, honestly. Not sure how useful it was because I ended up getting it done later into the season, but I am proud that I have every single color of terracotta available for purchase. If we hop down the stairs... over here is where I have my money makers. These guys are also, you know, emerald farms, but also, I bought all these tools and armor and stuff, and I sold it at Gear Up. That's how I got my stock, got most of my own gear, and then, of course, got all the books, and I actually still have a ton of shulkers of books that I never processed. And now they're not going to be processed because, yeah, what Edit B said. There is another floor up there, but it only has a couple more librarians, so... this was how I got, the achievement. These guys, rest in peace, was how I got the achievement for trading with every single type of villager at level master, in our achievements pack. Down here, we had clerics for redstone dust, lapis, glowstone, enchanted bottles, the works. And then up here we had storage for all the stuff I got from these guys. This used to hold a bunch of books before I put them all at Gear Up. This is lapis and redstone and glowstone, bottles of enchanting. Leveling up masons produces a lot of bricks and stone. And then this was my own storage stuff for organizing tools while I enchanted them up. I guess it is pretty impressive. Thank you, EditB. Our second to last item is the volcano. This is my season-long base project. I got it done a couple of months ago, maybe. If that. I played a lot with shape, thinking about how liquid lava would fall, and then texturing using color, to kind of make things pop a little bit more. It is meant to be looked at from a distance, and you'll note that it does, in fact, look better from a distance than if I were to get super up close. So let me run over back towards the iron farm, because this is where I took a majority of the screenshots of it. I would come right over here, and look, it's, I think, the exact same place I took one of my very first thumbnails of the completed front facade of the volcano. I'm proud of it. It turned out well. I gained a lot of skills that I can now go use in other bases. So there's still one spot left we have to go to see something that I built. This is Glitchmouse's base. This is Glitchmouse's farm area. And this is the wool farm we built for Glitchmouse. It works really well. I think it's on gray wool right now because they're using it to for a project or something. Look, it's even all, I'd say labeled, but these labels don't seem to say much. I have other stuff here, but this is mostly about the wool farm. No, I don't remember whose design this is. I built it from memory. But that's okay, I guess. It's, you know, fairly simple. You have the sheep is in a 1x1, 2 tall hole with grass ready to grow onto the dirt at the bottom. The trapdoor here is useful both for getting the sheep in, and preventing wool from falling onto where the hopper cannot get it. Or prevent the wool from falling where the hopper can get it, because beneath here we have hopper minecarts that rip the wool right through the dirt into this very lagtastic line of hoppers. The observers don't have to be on dirt, but I put grass there to try and get it to grow because I forgot that, you know, they're not transparent and grass can't grow on them. And then we just observe when the grass grows and gets eaten, and it provides a pulse to the dispenser. These are all very full of shears, and that keeps the machine running. What do you mean you have your own build, EditB? What are you talking about? Explain yourself. Back to the... Okay. I'll trust you, I guess. For now. This time. Alright, I'll follow you, I guess. it be? What the heck is this? These are bodies. These are copies of my body. What? You... When did you do this? How? You're just in my head. You have to manifest eyes to see things. How did you do this? This is insane. You are literally insane. Okay. I trust you.